Shalom. All praise and glory go unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule exceptional well. Also, shalom, salutations, mercy, and blessings to you sincere brothers out there pushing this word with truth and with faith. My name is Stabo Amath of Great Millstone Northwest. I want to share this article that I found, which it kind of hits the nail on the head, man. You know, this might be another segment for the debunking the Christian doctrine. All right. Hey, even though this article was no doubt written by a Christian, this Christian that wrote it, they seem to have hadn't gotten the message and to understand what exactly is being said when it's speaking about the law, because the majority of the Christians that's out there, for whatever reason, they believe that the law in general, the entirety of it, has been done away with, and that's not the case, man. The scriptures don't even speak about that. In fact, Yahweh Shai himself said that he didn't come to destroy the law. Matter of fact, we'll start off with that, and then we'll start off with that, and then we will jump into that article. This is Matthew chapter 5. What is it? Verse 17. It says, "Think not," this is red letter, of course. It says, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, not one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled." All right. So, hey, the law is definitely in effect. Now, there's certain portions of the law that isn't pleasing unto the Heavenly Father, such as the sacrificing of animals. In that article, it kind of goes into that. All right. But there's moral laws. There's laws that, you know what I'm saying, that you're supposed to govern yourself by, that no doubt is in effect even to this very day, man. Today's date is what? Today is August the 20th of 2019, and there's still laws from the Bible that is in effect to Israel, all right? To the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They are still under effect of certain laws, okay? It says, verse 19, "Whosoever there shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." And that's what gives us brothers that are going out on the streets and the highways and the byways and actually prophesying. That's what gives us great hope, is because we're teaching men also, other men of Israel, we're teaching them to return back onto the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, all right, to the very best of their ability, all right, and to basically just do right and be a good person, man, basically. All right, let's go to this article. Now, this article is from Olive Tree blog, all right, olivetree.com, and it does not give any credit to, it doesn't give a name of who wrote the article, but it's titled, "Does the Old Testament law still apply?" All right. It says, "It's a question we ask ourselves at some point. Does the Old Testament law still apply?" Read the passage below with the notes taken from Chronicle Life Application Study Bible to help you explore this question. Okay. It says, and then we just read Matthew 5 and 17. All right. It says, "Does the Old Testament law still apply?" If Yahweh Shai did not come to abolish the law, which we just read that he said he didn't come to do away with the law of Moses, right? It says, if Yahweh Shai did not come to abolish the law, does that mean all the Old Testament law still apply to us today? In the Old Testament, the law can be understood to have three dimensions: ceremonial, civil, and moral. Okay. It says, 1, the ceremonial law related specifically to Israel's worship. Its primary purpose was to point forward to Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. These laws, therefore, were no longer necessary after Yahweh Shai's death and resurrection, while we are no longer bound by ceremonial law. The principles behind them, to worship and love the Heavenly Father, still apply. Yahweh Shai was often accused by the Pharisees of violating ceremonial law, and that's exactly, hey, that's spot on. Okay, that's spot on. The ceremonial law, such as the sacrificing of animals, all right, that's what has been smoothed over with Yahweh sacrifice, and you can find all kinds of information like that. Specifically, if you go and read Hebrews, the entirety of the 9th chapter, Paul goes into that, man. He breaks that down in that book of Hebrews, the 9th chapter, man. Okay, I'm not going to read that whole chapter. That's going to take a lot more time than I plan on spending on this video at the moment. More time than I actually have. But I encourage you to go ahead and look that up and go and read it. All right, because Paul breaks it down of how the blood from those animals that was what we was using underneath Moses. All right, underneath the laws that Moses gave us, the ceremonial laws. But since Yahweh Shai came, there was no need for it no more, man. Okay. It says, number 2, the civil law applied to daily living in Israel, because modern society and culture are so radically different from that time and setting. All those guidelines cannot be followed specifically. Spot on. All right. But the principles behind the commands are timeless and should guide our conduct. Yahweh Shai demonstrated these principles by example. And that's that again. Hey, this is spot on, man. All right. The civil laws we are supposed to keep to the very best of our ability. Now, granted, we can't keep all of it, like I said. All right, there's certain laws that we cannot, we have no power to do underneath our captor, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Underneath him and his society, this world that he has built, there's certain things that's just completely out of our hands. It's completely out of our control, and there's nothing we could do about it, man. All right, we don't have the resources to be able to keep certain laws, such as keeping your fabric 100% whatever. All right, or just avoiding certain unclean things. Okay, we don't have power over that. All right, in this world, this society that we are trapped in right now. All right, this nightmare that we're trapped in, this portion of the matrix, we're unable to keep certain things. Okay, verse 3, it says, the moral law, such as the 10 commandments, is the direct command of the Heavenly Father, and it requires strict obedience. The moral law reveals the nature and the will of the Heavenly Father, and it still applies today. Yahweh Shai obeyed the moral law completely. Again, spot on, man. All right, such as laws, just that's like the 10 commandments. All right, 10 commandments. It's not just 10 commandments. There's many commandments. Okay, but those are to be kept no matter what, man. Okay, because those type of laws you do have control over, and it deals with your morality. All right, it doesn't deal with like a physical thing that you know what I'm saying, that you're supposed to do or perform yourself. All right, it doesn't have anything to do with like the way you're supposed to behave in a certain situation. It has everything to do with, is your mind in the right spot, man. All right, it has everything to do with that. Okay, it says the ultimate goal, the Heavenly Father's laws, was given to help people love the Heavenly Father, speaking about Israel, with all their hearts and minds. Throughout Israel's history, however, these laws had often been misquoted and misapplied. By Yahweh Shai's time, religious leaders had turned the laws into a confusing mass of rules. When Yahweh Shai talked about a new way to understand the Heavenly Father's laws, which it wasn't a new way. All right, it wasn't a new way. It was returning back onto the old path. It says when Yahweh Shai talked about a new way to understand the Heavenly Father's law, he was actually trying to bring people back to its original purpose. Bingo. All right. Yahweh Shai did not speak against the law itself, but against the abuses and excuses to which it had been subjected, which that's the point, man. All right, and that's the same thing we're doing right now. All right, we're just trying to turn our people back onto the correct path to be able to serve the Heavenly Father. All right, we're searching for the ones that are sincere in finding the Heavenly Father and doing right. Okay, it says some of those in the crowd were experts at telling others what to do, but they themselves missed the central point of Yahweh Shai's law. I'm sorry, of the Heavenly Father's laws. Yahweh Shai made it clear that obeying the Heavenly Father's laws is more important than explaining them. It is much easier to study the Heavenly Father's laws and tell others to obey them than to put them into practice. How are you doing at obeying the Heavenly Father's laws yourself? All right, that's a question. All right, and the article goes on, but actually not even that much, but that's pretty much the point, man. Hey, and to obey is much better more better than sacrifice. All right, and we know that according to the book of 1 Samuel. Grab this real quick. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. All right, and Samuel said, "Have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams." Now, Yahushua, again, I speak of Hebrews, the 9th chapter. Yahushua has become that great sacrifice, okay? That ceremonial part of the laws, of as far as us taking a lamb of a certain year, all right, without a blemish, and you know, following after all of that. Hey, that part we're under grace with. Okay, that part we don't have to do anymore, because Yahushua has already presented himself as that great sacrifice, as something. There's nothing that we can present that's going to be more pure than what Yahushua has already done. Okay, so that's why that part of it is voided. Okay, that part of it is no longer required. But it doesn't mean that the entirety of the law, like these Christians would like to say, it doesn't mean that the entirety of the law is without effect. Okay, I'm gonna grab one more scripture and I'm gonna go ahead and close out, because this dude just pulled up, so I'm gonna have to boogie. Let me see. Let me grab what am I looking for? I'm looking for Hosea chapter 6, verse 6. It says, "For I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of the Heavenly Father more than burnt offering." All right, and that's how all of our mindset should be. Hey, but Lord willing, this has been edifying, man. Lord willing, the message has been received. That was a pretty good article, man. So, you know, to whoever wrote it, you know, they did a pretty decent job, man. Not many Christians can not many Christians can pull off that type of feature, man. All right, hey, so until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.